Alright people, it's all learnable. Video 2. We're going to start with something pretty stinking simple, and it's starting to rain. So we're going to go inside. And this is how to be the coolest guy with marshmallows. And beam chomp bump cheep beam chomp bump cheep. See how well this works. Well, that wasn't it. Uno más, por favor. Whoa! That's pretty good. Today we're going to make this guy. It's a marshmallow blowgun dart thing. It's stinking simple, but that's a good place to start, right? So, what you're gonna need is half-inch PVC, yeah, a couple of these guys, like literally 2. And they say half-inch right on them, so you know you're getting the right size. But just a perfect 90-degree L. And a couple of these guys. And something to cut the PVC with. That can be done with, pardon my mess over here, with a chop saw, with a jigsaw, with, I could use a grinder, that's kind of overkill though, Sawzall down there, with a handsaw, or if you actually go to whatever store you're going to be going to, they have in the plumbing section a PVC cutter, and it's a little snizzers thing. It's like 10 bucks. If you plan on making a lot of them, maybe that's the route to go. But here's safety lesson number 1: respect the tools you're using, because if it's got a motor, probably stronger than you are. And especially when cutting something round, put this on the saw, yeah? You bring this down, your saw is cutting in a circle, this is a circle, so this is going to want to spin. So, your PVC is going to want to spin. Respect the tools you're using. If you can, clamp something down before you start chopping it, and don't get your fingers close to it. That's okay. Disclaimer: don't be an idiot using tools. If you don't know what you're doing, ask somebody. They can help you. If you do know what you're doing, just don't blame me if you mess up. So here we go. Super stinking simple design. I'm going to set you down right here. Perfect. Super simple design. You're going to need 3 out of your, and you can get a 5-foot piece of PVC, and that's plenty. If you want to make a bunch of them and have the kids, like bring your friends' kids over, or bring just your friends over, you don't have to be kids to have fun with this thing, then do that. But in essence, the grand count is this: 2 ends, just for prettiness, yeah? 2 elbows to pull this thing off, and I'll explain why you need 2 of them. And then 3 pieces. My setup goes mouthpiece, which is one of the ends. Push that guy on there, yeah? So anyway, chop one of them at 9 inches, 8 inches, doesn't really stinking matter. Chop another one anywhere between 2 and 5 inches, doesn't really stinking matter, just you can kind of play around with it, whatever you want to do. And then chop your last one. This is the barrel. The longest one is the barrel, so the longer it is, the more accuracy you have. also the more air you need to push your marshmallow out at a decent rate. So just be aware of that. You can make short ones and have a little stealth, you know, whatever, that's fine. Ain't no big deal, but the longer you have it, the more accurate you have. I was standing here shooting at the camera, which was over by that TV, and I was like that close to the top of it. I went right over your head. Okay, anyway, so take your whoop, whoop. That's not going to work. Take one of your ends, which I'm using as a mouthpiece. Your second longest piece is the mouthpiece. You can PVC glue this as well, so if you want it. Mouthpiece comes off to a 45-degree, bango. Short little piece, and I'm going to explain why this is important. Bango, another 45-degree, and it's just a little bit off straight. Yes? I'll explain that as well. It's like minutely off straight. Okay? Your long piece, your barrel, and then that guy is strictly for looks. It just looks nicer. Nice. Okay? Now, you can load this from either end, it's not going to make a difference. But here's the deal, and why I've got this little chute going up here, is if you put a marshmallow in here, as opposed to putting a marshmallow in here, say this is my gun versus this. This one looks cooler, but there is a practical reason for the little boop boop boop, okay? If I put a marshmallow in here, and I load it, and it falls all the way down here, and I give this to a kid, and I say, hey, blow on this thing as hard as you can, they're going to go, and could potentially suck a marshmallow down their throat. You're in the hospital, I'm getting sued, and that's ridiculous. So, disclaimer number 2, don't let your kids suck a marshmallow down their throat. It's not my fault, you're an adult, be smarter than they are, okay? But anyway, so the reason for this is if I put a marshmallow here and let it fall all the way down the deal, it's going to stop here. It's not going to come up here. And even if I do go right there, it's not, you know, it's got longer ways to travel and need uptake. Whatever. So, okay, so if you put a marshmallow in here, and now here's the reason for the offshoot. For why this, if you can see straight down the line here, isn't completely straight. It kind of kicks back. It's because if I put my mouth on here, now the line from the barrel lines up with my right eye. Makes it super easy for me to be accurate and do something like this. Paint job! Now, again, you can make your barrel as long as you want or as short as you want. You can choose to have a little offset thing for your eyesight dealy. You can choose not to. You can paint it or not. You can paint it whatever color you want or not. I just happen to have this sitting around. So, and here's the deal, because I don't care about this one a whole lot, I'm just going to do this quick, get it done for you, my adoring fans. Here's the trick of spray paint, you ready? Do little shots at a time. Don't sit here and do little shots, and you don't get a bunch of runny crap. And it looks kind of nice. End result. Okay, so your materials list was something like 4 to 5 feet of PVC if you want to just do one of them or two of them. 2 90-degree angles per gun. 2 ends per gun. So I think the 90-degree angles are like $1.19. The ends are like 89 cents a pop. And the PVC is going to be like $2. So for $6, if you don't paint it, and $6 still seems like a lot, but anyway, for $6, this is something you can throw together, give to the kids, have a marshmallow war in your house, and 10 feet of PVC. This is 10 feet. Yeah. It's almost cheaper to buy the lots of it. So 10 feet of PVC is like $2 and some odd cents. You get a bunch of angles, bunch of ends, cut as many of them as you can. Have all your friends bring the kids over, or just have your friends over. Have a marshmallow war in your yard. Yeah? Yeah? You think? Good job. Your deep thought of the day is this. The name of the page is It's All Learnable, and there's a reason behind that. And I kind of went into it in the first video, but it goes something like this. If you want to learn something, if you want to do something, the only person on the planet that's going to stop you from doing that is your own self. And let's go into the reasoning behind why somebody else might not want you to do it. One, some people cannot handle other people's success. So if they see you reaching for the stars and they don't have the will to reach for the stars, then they're going to tell you you can't do it. Because they hate to see other people succeed. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "I love it when somebody tells me something's impossible, because that means when I do it, it's all that much more exciting, or all that much more amazing," or something like that. And I think there's something huge to be said about that, because Arnold Schwarzenegger had like exactly 3 goals when he moved to America. One was to marry a Kennedy, one was to become Mr. Universe, and one was to be governor of California. Check, check, and check. Crazy Austrian with an impossible accent did some of the largest things on the planet. You've got big dreams, I know you do. I do. So write them down, put them somewhere. Nobody's going to stop you from doing it except you, right? So go do it. We'll see you next week on It's All Learnable. Oh, and I mentioned the train. There's the train behind my grill. Yeah? What do you think? Yeah? We'll light that sucker up for you and just show you all the ins and outs of that guy. Kind of proud. Anyway, dart gun, air gun, marshmallow gun. It's All Learnable. Video 2. Stick around. We'll post another one. Bye.